I think we are, I think we're live. Okay. Oh, we're getting 10% of frames dropped due to poor performance. Oh dear. Something wrong with the stream. Just give me a sec while we troubleshoot this. Not sure what a good video bitrate is. I think probably like 12,000. Hmm. Okay. All right. Let's check the stream. Check the stream, make sure it's okay. Can you speak? I just want to check. Oh, what a weird image we got going on there. Can you speak? I just want to check. Oh, what a weird image we got going on there. Can you speak? I just want to check. Oh, what a weird image we got going on. Can you try speaking?
Yes,
Can you?
speaking, trying,
Okay. Can you try speaking?
trying. Yes, speaking, trying,
Okay. Can you try speaking?
trying.
Yeah, it seems like it's working. All right. Fantastic. We're ready to roll, boys. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. Where did we stop last time? I don't even remember. So we got what is the project we're doing? What,
Come on, man.
the
Marketing, auto marketer,
auto marketer?
Podzilla,
Market.
Podzilla.
Oh, Podzilla. Yeah, yeah.
What happened to you, dude?
Why is your voice repeating? Can you
I don't
try
know.
speaking?
Yeah, I am
Oh, there's a bit of an echo.
speaking, speaking, speaking. Hello, testing, testing.
Hmm. Yeah, there's something wrong. There's
Podzilla.
something. I don't know if it's just me. Can you speak now? Can you hear it too? You sound like you're recording in a toilet, man.
It's not in the toilet. It's a bathroom.
Right. So I don't remember where we make it
We
gorgeous.
so
Okay.
the last time we actually had a recording done. We
Bro,
connected.
I'm hearing an echo here. I'm
Why
hearing
are you
some
hearing an
serious
echo?
echo.
Okay,
Yeah, there's a horrible echo.
where does it come from?
Beats me.
I didn't modify anything from my end. Probably yours, man.
Okay, can you check the stream and see if the echo is showing up on the stream
Hold
when you
on.
speak?
Is there still an echo?
No, it's gone. But it wasn't on
There's no
your end.
echo in the stream.
Yeah, there's no echo anymore because you changed something. What did you change? Just come on, speak up. Okay.
It's all good, man. There's no echo.
Yeah, yeah, there's no echo now. Now it's okay.
All right. So the last time we actually had Vappy connected, so we were able to make a call. and we wanted to work on enhancing the design a bit and extract the content of a recording. So we need to
Okay, there's
connect
an echo now. Now there's an echo. It's going back
to
to
Cloud
toilet
Summit.
mode. Hmm. Okay, so yeah, it undid the changes that we made
Design,
to
yeah.
this here. So it actually looks worse than I recall, but it should be easy to fix. Um, we can just have it, let's see. I guess we could give it a screenshot. On the dashboard page, I'd like to replace the current topic heading, remove it, and just show the actively selected topic in large font size with a drop-down caret to the right. Clicking on that should open up a drop-down which allows the user to select another topic or create a new one. The Start New Call button can stay exactly where it is, but remove the background so that we don't use a white background, we just use a transparent background and remove the bottom line. It was working, right? Connecting.
The last time when we modified the design, it didn't really work. We had bugs showing. So it broke
Excited to chat
the
about
connection to
bootstrapping.
Vapi.
Ah, it's working. Yeah, the call is working. Man, there's a horrible echo on your audio. Maybe you should ditch the background removal or whatever changes you made.
All right, hold on. I actually ditched it, but I'll check again.
Oh, you are using the headset. Hmm. I don't know what's going on. How about ditch OBS entirely? Just pick the camera feed directly.
Hold on. Is it okay now?
No, same. Try
All right, I'll
speaking.
leave and get back in.
Okay.
I refresh.
Okay. So we're able to switch topics. Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess that's okay.
Testing.
Ah, there we go. It's okay now.
Okay.
But that was the same last time. Like it starts off okay, and then for some weird reason, you start getting an echo. Anyway, now it's fine though, so I think we're good.
Okay.
Keep the Start New Call button design just as it was before.
This is
All right, it
Windsurf.
changed it. Looks pretty good. But for some reason, it modified the Start New Call design, which I didn't ask it to. So yeah. What? Oh, it added a transparent background prop. I didn't even ask it to do that. I don't know where it's getting its instructions from. And who asked for the border B? I didn't ask for it. I told it without a border B. Does it look better without the border? I don't know. A bit conflicted. I think the header needs some work, right? We mentioned this last time. Um,
Oh yeah, it needs a massive makeover.
oh, we got the echo going on again, man.
Maybe you're listening to the stream and the recording.
No, I'm not. I checked that. I thought it might be it, but even when I mute you entirely from the stream, it's the same thing. That's really strange. Let's check. Screen now. Audio monitoring. Off. Yeah, I have it off. Active sources only. Weird. Anyway, I mean, so long as it's working on the stream, I guess that's okay. I'm fine listening
Yeah,
to
the
it.
stream is fine.
Yeah, let's see. No, no, I checked that. I thought it might be it, but even when I mute you entirely from the stream, it's the same thing. That's really strange.
Maybe you're listening to the stream and the recording.
No, I'm not. I checked that. I thought it might be it, but even when I mute you entirely, it is okay. Yeah, yeah. It is okay.
And
All
I
right.
hear it's okay too, like there is no echo for
Okay.
me.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, cool. Yeah, so I think let's amazing. That looks great. Also for the header on top that says auto marketer and welcome back, as well as a sign out button. I think it needs to be visually different from the rest of the page. So give it some sort of treatment so that it looks like a nav bar and not, part of the page. Oh, there's a new update. All right, let it just finish up. Better. Looks better.
Mm, it needs some color.
Needs color.
Yeah, it's very black.
It's
It's
very black and
very,
white. Maybe you can add
yeah,
some color
it's
to
very
it.
plain. Yeah,
Okay. I mean,
it's very
usually
plain.
when we
Looks
give
very
them
plain.
vague descriptions like that, things go south.
Yeah.
So let me just commit.
It,
But
all right. Let me. Okay, hold on. Dribble.
also, when you switch topics, we should update the rest of the UI to match like oh, look at that. I mean, it's still
No.
black and white, but there's a gradient. Oh, it's trying. I mean, it's giving it a shot, but it still looks like rubbish. Anyway,
It's not enough.
let's let's stop project all and then just give it something a bit more. Uh, okay, so let's actually fix the. Okay, when switching topics, we need to make sure that the rest of the page is updated. So we update the list of recent calls to reflect the actual topic that is selected. And similarly for the generated content suggestions, they need to be updated to reflect the content suggestions for the specific topic selected.
Is the world.
All right, see what's going on. Oh, no content suggestion. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. There's no content initially because we're not actually start a new call to generate content ideas. All right. Then you switch, still no content suggestion. Yeah, but the recent calls are not updating. Yeah, yeah. Right, but for some reason, the recent calls are not being updated to show just the calls related to that topic. Uh, I'm not sure if this is because the calls were already recorded before you made this change, or if there is a schema change that needs to be made. Maybe we should be using thinking here. We need a brain. And I'm definitely not thinking. One of us needs to be thinking. Hmm. Okay, it's probably because it's pre-recorded. Um, Filtering by topic ID. Okay. It is passing a topic ID. So maybe the it's not checking the topic ID query. Okay, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's probably the problem. Schema looks good. Call. Let's check if there's any data cleanup needed to update any existing. Okay. NPX Prisma Studio. Hmm. Oh, oh dear. Hmm. So, all right. So we've got loading topics. You switch. Oh, okay. Bro, it's working now. No, no need, no need for the script. It's working. Thank you. Amazing. All right, cool. So, let's commit that. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Amazing. So now the only thing left is actually coming up with the topic selections, and then we can do some design stuff just to make the thing look a little bit better. I kind of feel like maybe Windsurf would be better suited for that sort of task than using Cursor. But yeah, we'll get back to that at the end. Otherwise, we can spend a really long time working on design, not really getting anywhere. Cool. So let me just make sure this play button is working.
Excited to chat about bootstrapping. What's a counterintuitive insight you've had about bootstrapping that most
Cool. Nice. I love it. All right. So content suggestions. The way we set this up last time was by chatting with ChatGPT and then asking it, so basically feeding the transcript. I mean, hmm, we need to distinguish between the already created content and the newly generated stuff. So you're basically looking at a list, and the list would include stuff that you've already thumbs upped. Like you said, all right, this is good. I want to keep this. And then new stuff that is just, been generated that still needs to be reviewed. You know what I'm saying? We would need to separate between the two. Okay, so the stuff that you've already liked, um, and then new stuff for you to review, right? So yeah, basically based on status. The question is like we already have LinkedIn and Twitter. So we already have a list. Um, so this would have to be higher than this. Here? Hmm. No, I feel like these would be two distinct use cases. Like you would be in reviewing mode where you're checking. So you're just looking at the generated content and kind of flagging the stuff that you actually like. And then there will be a separate mode where you're posting. So maybe this would be like a queue. Maybe you add it to a queue. Whenever you like a post, it gets added to a queue, and then later on you can post it either manually or we figure out a way to post it automatically on your behalf based on some sort of schedule. But yeah, the point would be that um, those are two separate modes. Like the filtering part and the posting part are separate. Mm. You copy paste it. So if we're not going to do it automatically, it would be you copy pasting it. Yeah. I mean, so you would have a section for reviewing stuff that the AI has generated, and then you would have a section for seeing which ones you already approved. So th those would be two separate because they're separate in your head because you're doing different things. So if they're already approved, you want to post them. So you're just going to copy paste. But if they're not reviewed, you have to review them. So you need to read them. Yeah, anything that's not so thumbs up or thumbs down. So you would have a list where it shows all the posts that are newly generated, and you can thumbs up or thumbs down. They disappear when you thumbs up or thumbs down. And then if you approve any post, it goes to the queue or something like that. Like we can figure out what the naming is going to be. But if you don't approve it, then it would go to trash, I guess. Uh, and then, yeah, you can go through all of the content suggestions the same way, so just approving and rejecting each individual post. I kind of feel like this is awkward. You know, there's content suggestions and then there's LinkedIn and Twitter. So, okay, th this is actually all content, and you know, this is LinkedIn, this is only Twitter. Um, Maybe we need to, yeah, we don't, right? That's what I was thinking. Let's ditch the content suggestions tab and just keep LinkedIn and Twitter separately. Maybe we don't need to be using a tab anymore, and maybe we can use something else instead. I don't know, up to you. You think about it. Separate cards for LinkedIn and Twitter content. This will make both content types immediately visible without requiring tab switching. I'm not sure what that means. Ah, okay, okay, okay. All right. Yeah, yeah, I guess this is okay. Cool. Okay. Um, so let's see. All right, so we need to actually do the content generation. So there has to be, it kind of feels like this would have to be something that would happen. Okay, wait, let's finish up the conversation we had earlier about reviewing and the queue. Let's see. So thinking about it now, and there would be two views for the dashboard. One would be a review mode where we would be looking at all new content suggestions and then either using a thumbs up or a thumbs down to upvote or downvote any individual piece of content that was generated. And then there would be a, separate view for seeing just the ones that were approved. This could be called a queue or something. And this view would just show approved content, so stuff that was already voted up. And maybe you can have a separate section for trash. Actually, we don't care about trash. Let's just do approved. So approved queue and a review queue. Approved queue. That just sounds awkward. Okay. I'm guessing it would create like a separate, like a sidebar or something, or maybe up here, like a queue, and it's getting really awkward. I mean, we don't even know content yet, and it's already pretty weird. we don't have like we haven't implemented content suggestions yet, so maybe once we actually implement those, it would be more, we'd be in a better place to figure out how to fix the layout instead of doing it now ahead of time. So I guess we'll just focus now on um, the content generation, content suggestions. It feels to me like that would have to be done in the background. Like we'd need to have some sort of worker whenever you finish a recent call, which and we get to decide how this is going to work. Either it's going to take into consideration, oh, it made approved content and review queue. Okay. Yeah, okay. I guess that's okay. Um, yeah, so we need to figure out, okay, so when you record a new call, what happens? We're going to generate new content. Okay, well, we're going to generate new content. Are we going to generate the new content based only on the contents of that call? Or do we take into consideration all prior calls that you've had, um, since it's all under the same topic? Hmm. Sorry, what? Mm, mm. Okay, so you finish a call, you get content, and then so it seems like there's a direct link between a call and content. So, uh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I guess we could do that. Yeah, that's the question. That's what I was asking you. It's like, all right, you have a bunch of recordings under this topic. Okay, so should we consider just the recording or all of the recordings in the topic? I mean, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. No, why would we consider the other topics? No, it wouldn't make sense. But no. No, that's too much. That's too much. It feels like, yeah, we should probably take into consideration other calls, but maybe we can do it in a way where in the prompt, like we tell it, this is the actual call, and these are prior calls. So maybe it can somehow combine like concepts from prior calls and then use the new call to clarify some of this stuff. Maybe. Okay. Okay. What's the logic there? Context? Reduce the context that we feed the AI. So it's basically like just the insights. Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. Hmm. Hmm. I see what you're saying. All right, all right, all right. Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. So I mean, it feels to me like, okay, let me just capture our thoughts here. So we've got, we're gonna have a worker that generates content from calls. Each call is a new task, plus prior generated content is passed in. And um, we're also gonna have the uh, should we allow, so when you finish a call, we'll generate content, but should we allow you to regenerate more content from the same call and maybe take into consideration the stuff that you've approved? I'm trying to control scope, but at the same time, like just have it be valuable. Okay, well, there are a lot of ideas, yeah, for things that might turn out to be valuable, but it does feel like we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Mm. Yeah, yeah, I see. No, I recognize the need to limit scope, and I know, God knows, I was actually looking at this the other day. Man, we spent over 10 hours on this project, which is nuts. But actually, the majority of it was probably done like the last session. We spent probably too much time on random stuff before. No, I just oh, actually, I think Cambly was also part of it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But so I was just looking at the play because yesterday I made a playlist. And I was looking at it, and my God, like, okay, so you look at the AI auto
Or
marketing
voice review.
playlist, and there's
The voice review,
50
I think,
50
three. Okay, like yes,
50 50. That's 2 hours. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half, probably 11 and a half. So we spent 11 and a half hours working on this so far. I think we spent like a lot of time in the initial part on figuring out the prompts. So yeah, I mean, that, yeah, it's figuring out like the prompts. I think took a while. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Point is, like, we want to generate something that's actually useful, and the bar to meet is this something you would actually post yourself? For me, at least, I would not, like, if it's not generating stuff I would post myself, I'd consider this a failure because, like, Why would I post about this and tell people to use it and create a demo video if you're not even convinced enough to use it yourself? So that's the bar that I wanted to meet. And if we can meet that, fantastic. Like I think there would be massive value. You know, people would be able to use this. It's not going to be cheap, so we need to price it like accordingly. But I think there's massive value. And maybe the answer isn't even to make this available to people. Maybe it's okay, we make this a service, you know? Like, oh, you know, come to us and then we would generate all the content that you need for your social networks and we just charge you like $600 a month or something. And basically what we do is we set up these calls with individuals where we're using the same prompts that we have from before, or we just have Vappy call their phone number or something like that, and then set up these sessions, and that's how we extract like the insights that we would then feed. So it's like putting a human in front of the UI instead of, you know, giving the UI directly. Maybe that's an idea. Yeah, we'll do it for you. I mean, that could be a whole thing. Like you you just reach out to people like founders of startups that have already received funding and tell them, hey, you know, you're selling to businesses and you know, you definitely need to have a presence on LinkedIn and you want to be an influencer. So we can do it for you. And you sell the service. Um, yeah, that could be massive. That could actually be huge. And if you're using this in the background, like you're basically reducing your cost. So, you know, there's very little, there's minimal involvement from actual human beings. So a lot of it is just going to be outreach to people and kind of selling them on the idea. Um, yeah, man, that sounds pretty compelling. But again, like the bar to clear is okay, is this actually something useful that, you know, we would post? Because if it's not, if we don't build something that, you know, we would use, good luck, you know, trying to sell it to someone else. Yeah, yeah. Cool. So, content suggestions. This is this is the crux of the idea, right? Um, I can understand why we took so long. You know, several hours trying to figure out like the prompts, you know, to tweak so that we get the right output. Yeah, I think those are hours well spent. So let's hope it's not rubbish then. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll find out. The yeah, it's true. That's true. And you start to build like a bit of a relationship, and it gets deep, especially if like he remembers past conversations. So it's not like, you know, every time you're talking to a schizophrenic patient. No, it's like he actually remembers the past conversations you've had, which is fed as like, but man, that really scales up the cost. Like the cost is going to be horrible, especially for the voice stuff. If you're feeding. Man, when I fed in like the context from my last call, and it was just a brief call, it was like 15 minutes. Instead of 15 cents a minute, it went up to like 50 cents a minute. So like more than 3x. Nuts, man. Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right, cool. There's no audience, there's no pressure. It's just you being you. You're saying you know, what you need to say. And man, like that was actually the thinking behind the AI therapist. Is like this is exactly why I think like an AI therapist would be perfect because yeah, I mean you can tell the AI therapist anything. Um, literally anything from your past. I don't know how horrible you might have been, but you know, you can share all of the things without any sort of inhibitions because, you know, they're not going to call the police or whatever. Yeah. No judgment, right? No judge. That's a big thing. That's a big feature. We don't judge you. Like adjusting the layout. Yeah, it's messy now because we don't even know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Once we actually use the thing, you know, we'll figure out like which parts feel awkward and then we'll adjust them. It's just hard to do these things in abstract. Yeah, yeah. All right. What are we gonna do? All right, so actually generate content. So yeah, in order to do this, we need to set up some sort of, let's update. Maybe the newer thing actually helps us. So the way I'm thinking is like we could do this is we could have a background worker, say using something like BullMQ, and that would run a process. So whenever you complete a recording, you would get some sort of status update showing what the status is, because it actually takes time. Like Vappy takes time to transcribe, and then once Vappy's done transcribing, you know, it's going to take time before we generate the ideas, and then they become available. So we need some sort of status update here, which lets you know like what's going on. So yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, okay, so we know. All right, let's describe these requirements. But man, like none of this is actually in the design doc. We're working like completely independent of the design doc at this point. Like preview of how content will appear, overview of content. What? We did VAPI integration. Basic conversation transcription is already there. Simple web interface. Basic content generation from transcripts. Okay. So I guess it would be this part here. Let's implement. The thing we're missing here is like we don't have progress. So I was showing you earlier, or I was telling you, I guess. Um, where is where's the thing I was just no, that was in Windsurf. Okay. So in the other project I was working on, uh, under design, I had a progress .md, so a progress markdown file, which you know the AI uses to track implementation progress. So it shows you what's completed, what's in progress, and then what's still pending. And that way it's easy for it, like you can just close everything and then open it again and just tell it, hey, continue from where you left off, and it already knows exactly where it is because you know it's keeping this document up to date. We don't have something similar for this. So every time we start a new chat, it's basically lost all history. So I think maybe we can do that first. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Um, create a file called design/progress where you keep track of what has already been implemented and what is still pending. So far, we've completed integration. We've done the onboarding flow, VAPI integration as well. Um, as well, we haven't done the basic conversation transcription or the content generation yet. So we're still not completed phase one. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So that's progress. Uh, okay. Yeah. Cool. Excellent. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. Cool. So amazing. So let's continue now. We need to do basic conversation transcription with transcription. Check out the VAPI docs here. Ah, I gotta take a quick break, so I'll be right back. I'll keep the screen share running. Shouldn't take too long. Do you want to take a break too? We can just come back in 5. All right. Hello. Well, proof, man. Greetings, proof, man. Hello. Greetings, bro. Hello, proof, man. Greetings. Hello. I apologize for the slight delay. I just got well, we don't need to go into it. I don't think an explanation is necessary. All right, let's see where we're at. Searched web, planning, implementation, SDK, capture and store. I've created a detailed implementation plan. Set up event listeners to capture transcript data from VAPI. What? Add database models to store transcripts, create API routes to save and retrieve, develop UI components to display, configure VAPI to send transcript events. Okay. All right. So I guess we can proceed. I mean, it sounds like it's basically going to take the webhooks from VAPI. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. So it'll take the webhooks and then store them through some sort of API route. Yeah, 3.5. For tweets, it's 3.5 as well as GPT-4.5. Um, and then yeah, we can actually I'm excited to see how this works because we can actually feed in the pass fail and maybe potentially down the road we can actually ask for even more feedback. So figure out exactly what the problem was and then feed that back in. So that's going to be exciting to see like how the output changes as a result of this. Yeah, I think they have webhooks. Let's see. Org settings, webhook logs. Yeah, they have webhooks. So you can just, well, there are two ways you can do this. You can either pull for it or you can do webhooks. Um, so right after the call is done, we get the transcript. Okay. I don't think your audio is working. Can you speak? Oh, I can hear you, but I don't think the viewers can. There are literally zero people. I mean, if there was one person, I'd say, yeah, maybe we. Yeah, your audio is not working. Let me, I think I need to delete you and then bring you back in. Just one sec. Okay, try speaking now. No, not working. Okay, how about now? Yeah, speak again. Hmm. It is not working for some reason. Nope. Uh, I'm not sure that's gonna help because it seems like the problem is your video is showing just fine, but when I come to add your audio, it's supposed to pull it from the screen. Supposed to pull it from the screen left, but for some reason it's not showing up. So display, yeah, display capture. Okay, let's go. Okay, try speaking. Nope, nope, not being heard. Okay, let's add you back. But I'm afraid you're not, no luck, no luck, unfortunately. Audio input capture. Let me see if I can audio capture it. Um, it appears, it appears not. Okay, I'm gonna try something else, okay? Okay, try speaking. Huh. It appears not. No, only if you have only if you have something valuable to add.